What's going on, folks? So I found a super handy little trick workflow thing you can do using markers. This is new to me, so I'm hoping it's new to you, and it's really useful. So check it out. I'm here on the edit page within DaVinci Resolve. If I open up my media pool, I've got this long clip here. It's about 12 minutes long, but I've got this little arrow, and if I give that a click, I can actually open this up. So this one big long clip actually has a bunch of smaller clips contained within it. And then I can select one or a bunch of them, bring them on my timeline, and they're already cut up and ready to go. Now this is super simple to set up with just using markers, and it is really quite useful. Now there are loads of different ways to do this sort of thing. You could use source tape, you could use SubClips, you could use multiple timelines, but it's just a super simple little process. It is particularly useful if you use OBS, because you can actually set OBS up to do kind of half of the process for you before you've even opened up DaVinci Resolve. So I'll show you that in a second, but before that, let me just show you the basics of how to get up and running using these markers. So the very first thing you need to do in your media pool, you'll probably see this. This is the thumbnail view. The first thing you need to do is jump over to this, the list view, because this allows you to see these individual sections. Now I've got one here which I haven't set anything up yet, so I'm just going to double click so that it appears within our source window here. Now, bonus tip, I've got my waveforms open down here. It just makes life a little bit easier. If you don't see this, all you need to do, click on these three little dots in the top right hand corner. There's an option to show audio waveform in source clip. And it just means you can see your waveform, so you can kind of already see the sections I want to use. Then all you need to do, come to the beginning of a section, so I'm going to go right over here, and then hit M on my keyboard to add a marker. If I then hit M again, it will open this up, and I can just say start section, give it some notes, give it some keywords, change the color if I want to, whatever I want to do, and then click done. Now, as soon as I've added a marker, you can see we now have our little drop down, and we can see our start section. Now this would simply run till the very end because we've only got one marker in there. Then I can just come to the next section, hit M again, hit it again, second section, and done. Now we've got two sections. Now this is just using one singular marker. You go through and you mark the start of all the individual sections. Or if we want to be more accurate, rather than going from one marker to another, we can actually set up duration markers. Now this is really easy. All you need to do is hold Alt or Option on your keyboard, then click on either the right or left hand side of the marker. So if I want to stretch this out over to the right, I'll click on the right hand side of the marker. This can be a little bit fiddly sometimes, but that will allow me to then stretch this out to be a duration marker like so. Hold Alt once again. Let's grab this first section. We'll end that over there just like so. If we had another one, let's just do one over here. So we've got this third marker. If we hold Alt and we drag to the left, because we need to do it backwards, that's how you do that. So you just need to make sure you click it either on the right hand side or the left hand side, depending on which way you're trying to add your duration marker. Then if we just expand this, I can grab my start section, bring it onto my timeline, and it's just that start section. If I double click, here's the second section. So we can just review this, and here's the third one. Then if I click and drag, or I can click the top one, hold Shift, click the third one, click and drag, we can bring all three down and they're already chopped up. Now, even though they are chopped, we still have the original footage. So if we need to make any amendments, we can do. Simple. It's a really neat way of just quickly reviewing your footage without actually adding it to a timeline or doing much of anything at all, really. Now, this also does work if you're in a cloud project, which is quite cool if you're working with a remote editor. You can open up the source clip, go through, mark all of the individual sections. That creates all those little drop-down option things. Send it to your remote editor and they know the sections you want to use, so they can almost have a rough cut without doing anything. They can just select all the sections, add it to the timeline, and off they go. Now, that first one I showed you, as mentioned, was from OBS. So here's OBS, ignore my infinite windows. If we click on Settings, then go to Output, in the recording area, we just need to make sure that we're using the recording format Hybrid MP4. Then when that's done, jump over to Hotkeys, and there is a hotkey Add Chapter Marker, Hybrid MP4 only. So you just need to make sure you have a keyboard shortcut set up for that. I did Control and 1, but you can just do whatever you want. Once that's done, once you're recording, like I am now, I can hit Control and 1, and it's just going to add a marker in the background. So whenever I do Control 1, it's adding a marker at this specific point. Now I've deleted all of my videos from this project, so I can just go and find that original OBS recording, open this up. You can see straight away it's come in with our little drop down, and we open this up and we have all of those markers. Now by default in OBS, they come in as unnamed, but it's still doing the same thing. I can then double click to open this up in my preview window, and I can just go to these individual markers and rename them if I want to. A nice easy way of doing this, go to the very beginning, hold Shift and then hit down on your keyboard, and you can jump to the individual markers so you can see these sections. When your playhead is on that marker, if you hit M once again, it will automatically open up this markers screen. And I know that this was on the explosive level. There you go. This one, this was boss number 2. This one was Vanaheim. You get the idea. We can just go and change those, so then the names appear within here. Grab them all, bring them in, off you go. Or if we get rid of those, let's do what we did before. Open up the source. We've got this one here. I think this was like a little boss battle. It was, where does this end? Roughly about there. So let's hold Alt, give this a click on the far right hand side, drag this out. Now that one is a little duration marker instead. So that one doesn't have a name. Because this is unnamed, I can double click anywhere within this duration. We'll call this one Boss 1. Click it done. Then I can grab that, and that's just that Boss 1. Pop it on the timeline, or once again, grab all of them, bring them in, and off we go. So there you go. If you found this useful, do let me know. Leave me a comment down below and all that other fun stuff. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. Ow. I'll see you next time.